What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Guys, let's take a moment here and we're going to take a step back. And yesterday we had a conversation concerning Redline Drifter. We're going to update on what's going on because it's on X right now. There's been a discussion kind of engaged with by a bunch of people. I'm going to take you through it. I'm not going to give you my opinion about it. I'm just going to show you the things that were said and let you decide for yourself what should or should not happen. Also, Binance Square is now using AI. How do I know that? Because no person with a brain would launch an article like this. So let's break it down. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. We're going to try to be really nice today. We're not even going to say anything bad about Cat. Hey guys, if you're looking to risk it for the biscuit, I've got an opportunity for you here. It's called Doge Inu, and it's a launch for a Dogecoin. It's a pre-sale involved right now. It's give you a great opportunity to make some gain. Go check out dogealtcoin.com. There is a buy right here. They've raised $652,000 so far. We want to get that up to about $1 million. We can do that. Then this is going to be a huge launch. Doge Inu. I'm going to put the links and descriptions down below. I'm going to back out here and give you guys a quick update to remember. Elon Musk is following Doge Inu. It is only a matter of time before Doge Inu starts a big launch and it goes absolutely parabolic. Elon Musk is going to be talking about Doge for a long period of time. And if you missed the first one, why not get in on the second? So make sure that you buy some Doge altcoin and make sure that you do it today. Links in the description down below. Okay, so Terra Luna Classic price prediction 2031. Is Lunk a good investment? This is Cryptopolitan. This is key takeaways. Now, when I look at something like key takeaways and the way this is lined up, this is clearly ChatGPT. Maybe it's Grok, but it looks more like a ChatGPT. But it says, the price is 408. As a maximum price. That's really not true. It makes no sense. However, Lunk could see a maximum price of 30267 by the end of 2028. That means that in 5 years, it's going to go up less than 3 or 4x. So I don't think they're looking at it very clearly and taking into consideration the bull run. So I wouldn't be alarmed or anything like that by this article. And I would just say, listen, if you're going to use AI, at least ask good questions. So by 2031, the price could surge to 30445, a price that we haven't seen in. And this gives you an overview. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it looks a little ridiculous right now. So I would say that, I wouldn't put too much value into the article. As far as burns go, 735 million. Most of that was the other day when Binance burned 519 million. Yesterday, one of the lowest burns you've ever seen. Like, it's really only 11 million. Day before that, only 21. Day before that, only 22. Today, only 6. So we're not burning a lot of coins at this point. And, a lot of that has to do with a lack of retail sort of entering the arena. And you might be looking at it and say, wait a minute, what about meme coins? What about things that are popping off? What about some sort of culture related thing? And it's fair enough for you to ask that question or state that question or think that question. But the answer is people are just not, retail in itself are really just not in crypto, right? This is institutional, and it's those of us who are, look, we're degens, we're whatever you want to call us. We're here because this is what we want to be doing. This is where we want to be doing it. We're going to be here. But, standard people coming into the market, they're just not here right now. And trading volume goes down a little bit unless it's just, it's institution competing against itself, and we're just caught in the crossfire trying to make a buck off of it. So that's really what's going on right now. There is a time coming up very, very soon, I assure you, when you're going to see massive amounts of retail enter the arena, because very, very quietly, what you've seen is accumulation of Bitcoin in a really, really aggressive manner. Let's not forget, Bitcoin is at or near an all-time high almost every day now. So we're ready for another breakout, another leg up, another amount of profit being taken. But it should be noted that normally when we get an altcoin season, we get drug along because of Bitcoin pumping. And we do a little bit, but the money's been coming out of altcoins. So, it's been kind of bleeding us to get up to that massive, 70% dominance sort of level, maybe 65% could be the top. Once it gets to that range, then it'll break back down. Alts will start to pump again. Money's just rotating. So we're looking for that money rotation. We just haven't seen a money rotation like we want to see yet, but it will happen. Fundamentally speaking, Crypto is now inevitable. It's been adopted everywhere. You're seeing not just Bitcoin adoption, but now you're seeing the Ethereum adoption start to happen. You're seeing the Solana adoption starting to happen. You're seeing Avalanche, who partnered with somebody in Bergen County, New Jersey, to put $240 billion worth of real estate deeds on the blockchain. You're seeing really cool mass adoption stuff, and that's going to lead to a big rotation of capital. When that rotation of capital happens, Luna Classic is going to gain tremendously based upon that. But for right now, we just don't have retail. And also, it should be noted that even if they do it in 100 counties in New Jersey, that's not really going to help Luna Classic. The place that Luna Classic has helped the most, South Korea, who has now a pro-crypto president. He was elected 2 days ago. And so you're going to see a big transition in crypto in South Korea. You're going to see companies like Upbit, South Korean exchanges. They're going to really be able to branch out a little bit, or they're going to be able to more safely provide services to South Koreans. Additionally, every couple days, China rebans Bitcoin. It's really just kind of a moot point at this level right now. But what I think you're going to see is you're going to continue to see China as a worldwide leader in, if nothing else, population, start to pull back the reins a little bit on Bitcoin, or stop commenting on Bitcoin, because there is an arms race happening, and China realizes that they are about to lose that race. China's not stupid. So they are going to allow for Bitcoin to start to populate China. Now, remember, there is a digital yuan. That's what they want you to use. That's what China is going to want you to use. But for corporate and for business levels, they may still ban it with people, but China itself is going to start buying, because that is a resource that will gain value over the years. So just imagine the arena is about to get a little bit deeper and a little more occupied. So it's only a matter of time. And again, retail will come in and they will propel this thing forward. We're not in a bear market. We are in a bull market. It's almost that time. Speaking of it's almost that time, go to Terra Casino. There's a link in the description down below. Sign up today. Remember, we've been giving away $100 every once in a while. We're going to do another giveaway coming up very, very soon. I'll give you the link down below so that you can sign up, but make sure that you do, and you go start playing today. If you go start playing today and you're one of the qualifiers, then, and you've made a deposit or something like that, going to be a giveaway. Daily Madness giving away $11,000 between now and June 29th. Multiplier Rush 7 is giving away $6,000. I'm going to go with Euros from May 23rd to May 29th, and then Cashback Racing, that one's already expired. So a lot going on here. Make sure you check it out. Additionally, if you're trading Luna Classic and you're not using a centralized exchange, the place for you to go is Terraport. Remember, Terraport has now been funded, so there's money available in USDC, or will be money available in USDC in case you want to cash out. And basically, what this allows you to do that you're not allowed to do at this point, because it doesn't exist, is you're allowed to take your Terra Luna Classic, convert it over to USDC, and then any centralized exchange that supports USDC, you can then import yours from your wallet, from your DeFi wallet. As long as it supports the conversion, you can send it to whatever wallet address, and so that's going to make it easier to off ramp from Terra Luna Classic. Remember, it's kind of difficult right now. You got to use Weeks, you got to use MEXC, you got to use Binance, and Binance not available in the United States. It's prohibitive. Okay, so again, deregulation, stuff like that, going to create some opportunity. And we just saw that AI innovation will not be stopped until 2030, which might scare some of you, but the Trump administration is listening to the people who are creating the AI, and they need a lane. And crypto is going to get a lane as well. It's all moving in our favor. Everything that's happening right now is bullish. So just a little patience, and using Terraport.finance will not steer you wrong. Remember, we are staking our Terra as well. Meme coins, nothing really going on for the day. Top gainers, top movers. You've got the Wrap ETH over here, that's or BETH, that's having a little bit of a surge. You got Juris over here that's up about 2%. Everything else just kind of trading flat today. Now, the biggest stable coin in crypto is Believe, so make sure you buy yourself a little bit of Believe today. See what happens with that. All right, so price chart, looking at this on a daily, I'm not really seeing a movement here. So we zoom in just a little bit and we get an idea of the range we're in. We're right here, looking like we're going to start trading within a range. I'm going to give you a range today, and we're just going to do it on this, and we're going to say that, I think that the maximum range that we have today is going to be right I want to say it's kind of right there. So I would suspect that over the next 24 hours or so, and we'll come back and we'll check this out, that if there's any kind of pop, it's going to come up, and this is going to be about the range. If we dump, it's going to dump down to about 57. If we pump, it's going to pump up to about 63. So I think that there's some movement right there. I'm going to do this every day, and we're going to see whether we were right or wrong. And we'll come back and we'll visit this in 24 hours and see how we... USTC, I will reiterate, I'm not bullish about USTC in any way. I think the top of this range, in the event that there is 1225 right now for a potential breakout, and then the same thing 1161, which we're kind of close to right now as the move for the day. Let's drop that there and let's see what happens over the next 24 hours. How do we do in guessing what's going to happen? That this is the range to play in. We're at the bottom of this range, by the way, so I would think that most likely it's going to play out to the top up here, but we'll see what happens in the next 24 hours. Again, trade volume still down, trade volume still down. So let's get into red drifter. Now, yesterday I said some things that I think might not be very, very nice. And as you guys know, I sometimes think first and or I sometimes talk first and then think second. Happy Kitty Crypto. Oh God. So anyway, so they get into an argument yesterday. We talk about this RexYZ, and then Redline Drifters just goes on a rant about how, the market module is just not going to fix the problem, et cetera, et cetera. And by the way, in its current form, he's right. So I think we should acknowledge that we're not always having the same conversation, okay? I think that what we're talking about here is two different things. I think what RexYZ and some of these other guys are looking at is let's restart the market module. We'll make some changes to it. Some of the changes that are going to happen to the market module would be no more minting of new tokens, only burning of tokens. There would have to be something like that. Redline Drifter is being a purist, and he's saying, well, if you enable the market module, then it's just not going to work. Now, that leads to me saying, then I suppose show me on the chart where doing nothing has worked so far, right? And then he says, with what's being suggested, I expect new lows. It's nothing. It's better to do nothing than something that will put you in a worse position. What we're doing, by the way, is putting us in a worse position, okay? I don't think he's objectively looking at it. I think he's got hopium in him just a little bit, in that, he thinks that, just naturally the price is going to change, and it will, but the question is how much, and are we accomplishing what we need to accomplish in order for bigger things to happen? And we're not. Clearly we're not, but let's put a pin in that. People need to start thinking about generating profit. Profits will allow for the market maker to be open safely and facilitate burning. So what he's saying is, let's let these builders build. Let's let these people who could bring people to the chain bring people to the chain. And I think that, by the way, Juris is one of those things that will bring people to the chain, and it should be noted that he is a supporter of Juris. So, in essence, there is that which he's right could be good for it. But Vegas then says you don't know that, and it doesn't harm. As I see it, and he's going to give an explanation here. If you turn the market module on now as is, Lunk will hyperinflate again. That's exactly what we were just talking about. He's right. If you were to do it this way, most likely, yeah, there's going to be a problem. If you set USTC price in the market maker to the market price, then there's no arbitrage opportunity, which makes it pointless / nobody will use it. And what he's saying is, when you convert your Luna Classic over to USTC, you do that, or you did that in order to stabilize it, in order for it to be stuck at a certain price so that when you come back out, you have what's called arbitrage opportunity. That is to say that, Luna Classic pumps to 407, and then you sell your 407 through the market module to USTC, and you stable it at a penny, let's say. When you come back to it, it's still going to be worth a penny. That's the idea behind it, but that's not really how it works in the market module. Currently, it's going to be pegged. So if USTC starts to fluctuate, and let's say you convert to USTC and USTC goes up a little bit, then you got a greater opportunity. But if it goes down a little bit, then guess what? Now you have less. You have no stable area. That's what he's saying. So, and he's right in that context at this point. I get you want to burn down the supply, but how does this do that? What's the incentive to use the market maker over a CEX or DEX? I'll hold my hand up if I'm wrong. Show me what I'm missing. What do we gain from this? And Vegas says it's always an arbitrary opportunity, as the UST Oracle feed price will do an average of many sources. And we're generally talking fractions of a % in the difference between markets and the Oracle is referencing, though. So Vegas is like, what do we lose? Like, what are we going to lose? The idea is not to turn the MM as is, as you know. There it is. The idea is not to do it the same way. Is not to do it the same way so that, you know, this whole thing doesn't collapse. So there is some discussion about it, and as we go through it, then we'll see that there are a lot of people. When Ceramic first looked at a repeg, the first thing he did was look at the market maker. Ceramic's assessment just for security, forgetting about viability. Redline says it all. The market maker would need to be rebuilt, not tweaked. That is expensive, and it will take a couple of years and would not work in its current form. That's our assessment opinion. So there you have it. Leonardo is also on Team Redline Drifter in saying that, you know, the market maker as it works right now, or the market module, is not going to work the way that we would hope for it to, in order to just flip the switch and it would start burning. And I think that the conversation is everybody wants to work on it. They want it to happen because it's all about the burns, but nobody is doing anything. Okay. And you know, they're having conversations and what's not working. Okay. Market Matt says opening the market module now would kill the chain. Plain and simple, no other way around it. Anyone saying otherwise needs to be educated on how it works. So there are a couple people out here saying that it's going to work. There are a couple people out here saying that it's not going to work. And then there's a price action and there's a price chart saying that nothing that they've done so far is going to work. So maybe it's time for a pie in the sky hopium sort of thing. And I don't know that market module is the answer. I don't know that that is the answer, but I do know that doing nothing so far, what Matt said right here, and what they've all said so far is, anyone said with opening the market would kill the chain. What chain? It's already, this is where we are. Over here, that's the bottom. Remember, over there, that's the bottom, right? This is when the collapse happened. The low was 35.20. We're almost there. We've done nothing in 2 years. So again, these guys, you know, they have these ideas and they might be right, by the way, but trying nothing isn't going to work because that's why we're here. So hopefully some innovation will start to come because of this. And I want to see them fight. I want to see every day. I want to see them fighting. I want to see them murk each other every single day because I want to get to a point where these things actually happen. Not just, oh, it's going to work. No, it's not, bro. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. That's it. That's them so far building on the chain. Yeah, it's going to work. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Let's come up with a circumstance and a way, like it's time for everybody to pull our heads together and figure out the path forward. How do we get to the market module working and being useful to us? What do we do to get ourselves there? That is the big question right now, and that is what we need answers to. The place to have that discussion is going to be the Commonwealth. So maybe it's time that we really kind of look at it and try to figure out exactly what it is that we need to do in order to revive what is going on this chain. That's the only way. That is it. So like it, don't like it, learn to live with it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're at a spot right now where something has to give. The market is moving on without Luna Classic. The question is, can we catch back up to the market? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And remember, it's not financial advice. I'm always right. Use Terra Casino. Go to Terraport and do your trading over there. And we'll see you again tomorrow.